Have you ever gone to casino and got lucky? I'm not one of them, but I do know some friends who have been lucky and got addicted to it. So I've decided to pay tribute to gambling in casinos because I've known a lot of people who have almost gambled their lives away. To prove my credibility about how gambling in casinos can become really addicting and dangerous, I will read to you some quotes from my sources that I've researched and present my visual aid. Gambling, like you've probably heard before, is all probability and requires you to place a minimum bet. Today, I will inform you how gambling can become really addictive, how can it affect somebody's daily life, and how it could all end up in catastrophe. First, casinos are known to be addictive since many of the people who win one day come back the next day thinking that they're gonna have the same luck on their side. Unfortunately, that's not the case because casinos were made to make money like any other business. Compulsive gamblers keep gambling whether they're up or down, broke or flush, happy or depressed. This quote comes from an online source titled Gambling Addiction and Problem Gambling. What this exactly means is that even though luck is against them, problem gamblers can't stay off the tables because they hope that they're eventually gonna win big. Overall, by going to the casino a lot, people might think that they're winning, but they don't realize that they're actually losing much more money. Therefore, by becoming an addicted gambler, not only do they affect their daily lives, but also the people that are close to them, like family or really good friends. Secondly, people that have gambling problems are more likely to lose touch with their family and could get severe depression. This next quote also corresponds to the same article, Gambling Addiction and Problem Gambling. You may even do things you never thought you would, like stealing money to gamble or pay your debts. This can affect your life because it can land you in prison, among other things. Most people with gambling problems say they lost control over how much time and money they spent gambling. Meanwhile, they ignored other responsibilities. They knew they had problems, but only gambling seemed important. When gamblers are in this stage, they're in big trouble. Addicted gamblers lose touch with society, but that's not the only thing they lose. They also lose touch. They also lose respect for themselves. They lose time, relationships with friends and family members, money, and maybe even their lives. Uh, that's why it's good to recognize the dangers involved in casino gambling since it can also lead to really catastrophic consequences if not in control. Finally, when an addict notices that they don't have money to use at a casino, it is too late. They're in a financial catastrophe, and this leads to many other problems. For example, they might go look for more money. Ask for more money to any like family member or any like good friend to keep on gambling more. Sometimes it's even worse. Sometimes they sell personal or family items for the same reason. This next quote I'm about to talk to you is a perfect example of an addict who lost a fortune by gambling in casinos and horse races. Well, I have lost over $40,000 gambling, yet I still have the urge to try to win my fortune. Each day I will give you the horse I am going to back that day. I will be putting $100 to win on either a horse or a sporting event. Check my progress and you too can lose a fortune. A problem shared is a problem doubled. Betting is for the lovable losers like myself. A majority, 78.5%, have gambled during the last year, and 3.1% met all three criteria for problem gambling. These statistics come from an academic journal titled Adolescent Gambling and Problem Gambling. Many start getting bankrupt, others lose their jobs or go to jail for robbing. Casino problem gambling can also lead to worse consequences like falling into a drug addiction or even worse, committing suicide. In conclusion, casino gambling can be destructive if you're not in control. And we've seen already that not only do people affect their lives, but also the people that are close to them. Now that we can recognize that gambling gets really addictive, leads to daily problems, and that it can also lead to catastrophe, we can make wise choices and instead use our money in other things that we enjoy more. Before finishing this speech, I want to leave you with this quote from the Florida Counseling on Compulsive Gambling. While gambling may begin as a social activity for many, it is a mental health illness that progresses to at-risk problem and pathological levels, each associated with varying degrees of difficulty. However, the positive news is that compulsive gambling is treatable for those who seek help. Thank you. Peace.